Hey everybody, Scout Crafty here again. It's Wednesday. This is my second of two videos posted today. The first one will be just the Zagray Farm Museum that I went to, and it had a swap meet and I picked up some tools, and that's the other video. But this video here is actually what I picked up. Let's check it out. I know you're probably wondering, what did I get at that museum? Okay, the first item I picked up, I don't know why I like this. I just liked it. It's a coin bank, and for those of you who don't know, this is Pinocchio. Pinocchio was a children's tale about a puppet that came to life. The only problem is every time he lied, his nose would grow. So, interesting bank. It is. You know what's interesting about this bank? Take a guess how old this thing is. All right, look at it. You can see it's that heavy duty like plastic they used to make in years ago. But this bank is from 1971, 50 years old. That's something else, huh? So anyway, I had to have that. That thing was 15 bucks, but I love it. I love it. Next up, I picked this. You know something? I have a couple of these, but I wanted to do kind of a, not a restoration, kind of a different kind of, I'll show you when we do it, but you let me know if you want to see it done. This is a 1945, okay? 1945 world, you can see the date is here. Can you see that in there? U.S. 1945? 1945, which was right at the end of World War II, and this is an entrenching tool, a shovel that they used to have. They had a couple different types, but this one here was a popular one, and they were all over the place when we were growing up as kids, and it's a really cool shovel. But like I said, I wanted to do a restoration, but you know, make it look original, kind of worn original. So just let me know in the comments if you want to see this done. But it's really, these things are really cool. If you, as kids, we loved them, right? As kids. Next up, I picked up some hardware. Now, the only person that's more into hardware than I am is my buddy Reggie from the UK. But this here, I paid $7 for everything that you see here. And there's about, a good 10 pounds of this stuff here. And remember, you were asking, they say, you know, that big screwdriver we did? And you were saying, what do you use a big screwdriver? So here's a big slotted fastener that you can use that big screwdriver on. But, you know, you'd be surprised, and a lot of these have the square heads, and there are some really nice ones here. But over here, we got some regular old slotted wood screws, which I know a lot of you love. Wink, wink. And then, look at this, is pretty cool. I got a box of these, and they look like I don't know, maybe a 10, 30-second screw, but, you know, the type of screws like electronic you might get with an outlet cover or something, but these are always good, especially if you have the tap for it. Over here, we have a box of counterfeit, but I love this kind of hardware, especially when you get it like this, you know, and so for $7, you see how the price of hardware has gone crazy, along with lumber. Lumber's gone nuts. Okay, next up, I know I was supposed to be good and not buy any more tools, and you know how that goes, right? It's just when you think you're out, they keep bringing you back, and I'll tell you why I couldn't pass on these, and I'm sure if you were there, you would feel the same way, okay? Let's take a look. First of all, I got this in honor of 357 Magdad because here, look at this, is a monster of a screwdriver, but it's in great shape. You know, it's going to be a good one. This probably was a Herwood, but, you know, it's got a little residual black paint on there, but it's got such nice grain on that wood. We'll do this up nice, right? And the tip is not really damaged, so wait till you get something like that. Wait till I tell you the price of these. Another green screwdriver, like we can't have enough. Utica, diagonals, right? All this stuff is common stuff. This one here is a diamond, right? Yeah, diamond, a Dimaloy, and you know, they always made great stuff. Got the cutters in here. That's a nice pair, right? Wait till you hear the price on these. And this Zephyr Industries, you see this? 70mm cap wrench. How many times have you needed one of these and couldn't find it? I don't even know what it's for, so, but I just think it's the coolest thing for what I paid. And then these 5 hammers, okay? I got a couple hammers, but these, and the funny thing is, I never used to like these tubular hammers when I was a kid because there were so many knockoffs. There were so many cheap knockoffs made with this tubular steel that they were junk, but if you found a good one like the Rockets or this one, here's a Stanley, if you found one of the good ones, these were good hammers, you know? They had good balance to them. They vibration-wise weren't too bad. So I picked up these 5. Okay, you ready for this? I paid, for every tool that you see here, I paid 25 cents each. 25 cents a tool. Now, that's when you go to when you go to a good steam show or tractor show, that's the kind of deals you get. When you go to some of these flea markets and you see, you know, guy has $10 on this and you got to whittle them down to 8, now you know where they get them from. But 25 cents each, that's insane, right? So let me know if there's one in here that you want to see done. But what kind of fun could you have doing these? You don't have to worry about anything. And you know what the best part is? The handles are all in good shape. It's not like they're chewed up or anything, you know? Really got a good deal on it. Okay, you know how we always try and save the best for last? Look at this ridiculous screwdriver. This thing is the heaviest screwdriver. I remember that big one I did. This thing kills it when it comes to weight. This thing is solid. Okay, here's the thing. You know, Machinists, they're like some of the coolest guys. If you ever get to know a Machinist, you got to hang out. They are such cool people, especially when they like to do projects like that they're doing not for work, like their own projects and stuff. And anytime I had a chance at work to talk to a Machinist or something, I used to love talking to these guys. And so this guy obviously this is one of those probably Irwin screwdrivers or something. Remember the heavy one? And maybe it had a broken handle or whatever. Or he didn't like the wood scales. So what he did was he welded into this piece of bar stock and knurled it. And it's just a monster. And talk about, what can you say about it? You either get it or you don't. And I said, geez, now the tip is a little bit, you know, somebody ground the tip, or I guess for a specific use, but we can do better than that. So let's work on this. Let's get this, put it back to the way I think it would have been. Look at the knurling on there. We'll clean that up. And it's nice. It's a nice tight knurl. And you can see it was done on the lathe, you know, when the tail stock. So I just thought this was I paid $5 for this. I didn't even try and, I was actually a guy I knew from a lot of shows, so I didn't even try and offer him less because I said, that is just super cool, super heavy, tremendously heavy. Let's work on it, see what we can do. Now, you know my favorite part. Remember what this crazy screwdriver looked like before we started? And we're calling this project done. This is more of a tribute to the actual the guy who made this screwdriver. The guy who either was on his lunch break or something and decided he was going to do something cool. God knows, I hope he's not, but he might have been passed on by now because I'm sure he didn't give this up. It was probably in his toolbox to the day he died. And, you know, who knows what would have happened to it if I didn't get a hold of it, right? But look at this now. Look what we did to it. This is probably what it looked like just when he finished because all the steel was freshly cut. And look at the back we did, you know, polished out the back. So knurling all looks good again. And we shined this up, got this nice and shiny, and the same here. And we did the head, you know, with the face over. And you could see here, we addressed the tip. It had a real sharp tip. I don't know what it's for, but what do you think of that, huh? Is that not a tremendous screwdriver? If you think I'm joking about how heavy this is, let's weigh this and see how much it weighs. Here's a point of reference. A standard Craftsman screwdriver comes in at 3.5 ounces or 3.6 ounces or 102 grams. Okay, let's try the other one. Here we go. Place this on there. 35.6 ounces or 1 kilogram 10 grams or 2 pounds 3.6 ounces. This thing is heavy. Another thing I really enjoy about this is how perfectly straight it is. You could tell it was done in the lathe, and even the weld. Look at that weld. That's a beautiful weld, isn't it? So, you know, whoever did this was talented, craftsman, and just an unusual looking screwdriver. Have you ever seen one like this before? I wonder. So in closing, this one is a short one because there are 2 videos today, but you could see what I picked up. I got some pretty good deals, and I really do enjoy that screwdriver. That is one heck of a homemade screwdriver by some machinist somewhere. And I really enjoyed that. Anyway, hope you did too. Take care. Thanks very much for tuning in. Bye-bye now.